E te ti, e te tā, rauranga tira mā. Tēnā koutou katoa I tēnei ata. Nau mai haere mai ki tēnei papahotanga a Whakaata Māori o te pāwhuta pōro, kuratuarua, whakataitai a motu, rua mano, rua tekau mā whā. Ka mihi ki ngā maunga, ngā wai, me ngā ahika o tēnei rohe. Tēnā koutou katoa. Ki ngā kai whakahaere, ngā kai wāwao, ngā kai tautoko, me ngā kai whakataitai, he mihi māhana hoki kia koutou. Ko Mā Williams tēnei, māua ko Amorangi Magesara, he kai whakapāho mō tēnei rā. Mō atarau Amorangi, e pewhi ana koe I tēnei ata.
Kia ora te matua, tino miharua hau ki te haramai ki tēnei whakataitai, motu mo enei rangatahi, he rangi tino a tāhua I te rānei ki konei ki Rotorua, no reira tino miharo ki te I enei kura e tākoro ana mō tā rātou kura.
Now, I'm sure most of you know Amorangi. She is a superstar in many, many areas of life. I Google searched her the other day and I was like, holy moly, I was getting nervous already knowing I was going to sit next to such a superstar. Amorangi, your feats in netball is absolutely incredible. And then to hear that you're doing the bar exam to become a lawyer, I reckon if I Googled you anything in any field, you'll be some gold medalist in that shape. It's awesome to have you here. I'm super excited. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an awesome day. And what is it the thing you're looking forward to most about today?
Yeah, I think at secondary school levels, I look back at my time at school and, you know, the nerves kick in. You get to play alongside some of your best mates. So, yeah, really looking forward to some awesome touch these next few days.
You can hear in the background one of our first teams that is going to be on this, the first day one of the 2024 Secondary School Nationals here in Rotorua, game one. But before we get into that, just want to acknowledge a number of our sponsors. First, a big thank you to Whakaata Māori for bringing this live stream to us all, free of charge and accessible no matter where you are located. We're also grateful for the support of Bayleys Real Estate, Caltex, New Zealand Carbon Farming and Apollo Projects, whose sponsorship enables us to share this event with you and your whānau. And finally, we'd like to thank Te Taura Whiri for the valuable mahi they are doing to support Te Reo Māori commentary and development. Ngā mihi nui, your support truly makes a difference. Now, as I said, we're getting into our first game. This is the first of our girls' grade. It's Columba versus New Plymouth Girls High. And we can see there Columba, they are pumped and ready to go. They are ably coached by an incredible coach, Dana Turnbull, one of the best to do it in the women's grade. This team, Amorangi, they're always at the pointy end of the tournament, always around that semi-finals, finals, previous champions. So expecting a lot from this team, and they're up against New Plymouth girls. And just before we talk about the particular girls in the team, here's some of the notable mentions from New Plymouth Girls High School. Gail Broughton, Michaela Blyde and Zoe Hobbs. So basically, to go to New Plymouth Girls, you have to just be a superstar at sprinting, I think.
Yeah, and I guess we'll probably see them be cogs in their size. So really looking forward to seeing those players that you mentioned, Matua, really take the field and just go hard today.
New Plymouth Girls will be tapping us off. You see them in the blue uniform. They'll be going left to right as you look at it on screen. This game is ably assisted, supported by our incredible Kaiwawa. We have Kayla McCracken, Tanisha Gill, and Kobe Ropatini. So Tanisha Gill, I'm sure, is a known name. She's one of our top female referees here, Amorangi. Great referee, but all these referees are very, very awesome. We've got actually quite a different system this year, where we'll see in some games there'll be two referees on the field at the same time. You're probably too young to have ever been refereed in the buddy system at this type of level, but I'm sure you've had it at module level maybe.
Yeah. I guess it sort of controls the game a bit better, and it's an awesome opportunity for these referees to, you know, really apply these skills at this level. I
think one cool thing just on the topic of referees is netball very similar. Two referees, and there's not really I'm the boss and you're my assistant. They sort of work as a team, just like touch. Yeah,
that's it. And you have an umpire that sort of sits and watches the game as well. So
here we see New Plymouth Girls start us off this game. We see it. Anaha, the number 7, working in conjunction with Bailey Knoll out to this left-hand side. Now, nice little follow play to start with from New Plymouth. Unfortunately, dropped the ball. Great start there from the girls. I like the energy they come out with there, Amorangi, and just real clear around what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they were able to get within that 5-metre mark in the first few plays of the ball. So I guess now they're back on defence, and you can see here that New Plymouth Girls High School are really charging down that field.
Yeah, Columba, the girls in the white team are doing a great job. This is definitely what they're known for. It's the very direct yards. You see getting into the in-goal. Murphy Can she link up? Fantastic start there from Asa Murphy, the number 2 there from Columba. Nice set of yards. That's a key facet of the game of Columba, that orange zone space, that transition off that defensive line into attack. They're always really known for that being a strength of their game, which sets us up really well. As we see New Plymouth here now, doing good work of their own. Nice defence there, though, from Columba.
Ai, ka hurihia te pauro ki te kapa o New Plymouth Girls High School.
Here they are again, Columba working themselves away. Again, just really methodical. Great to see already in their first game of the tournament. While this is the first of our live stream game, whānau, for those of you who have tuned in, this is actually the 4th round of the tournament. It's our 11 o'clock round. Backdoor play. Nice pass out here, steps back inside, good touch, good attack and good defence by both teams. They've both really come here to play, haven't they?
Yeah, and as you can see there, the ball's just going up and down, and you know it's really awesome to see that both sides just really trying to stamp their mark quite early in the game.
Now we're here, obviously, watching touch. Your touch exploits, what is it that you've done in your time? I don't know how you could do anything with all the netball that you've played all over the world, both in Australia, Silver Ferns, Magic, etc. But you've played some touch as well?
Yep, played provincial touch for counties, the mighty counties. And yeah, I can look back and see that the teams are doing a bit of a box. So, you know, they sort of get the ball closer to the sideline so they can bring their subs on. So some of the things that I learnt during my touch, small little stint, I'm sort of seeing it today, which is awesome.
Here we see now Columba, first real chance. Penalty, looks first penalty given by referee Gill, not moving forward. All players, once the ball has gone to the 7-metre line, must move forward towards that 7-metre line until the touch is made. Sinclair now with the ball, steps off her left. Excellent work there from Sinclair in conjunction with Davis. What was your specialty? What position did you play when you were on the touch field?
I was a winger, so, you know, I do a few sets and then I'm off straight away, closer to the box.
Great work again there. Davis nearly gets in there, but the link, the left-hand defensive link, read that well.
And you can see here the New Plymouth girls are really hard on D, and as you can see there, they've created a turnover.
Well done, New Plymouth. They had to D up against a really good attacking team in Columba. They had 2 sets on their line. Now they've just worked their way through this Waihi Karaka, the orange zone, the key zone. If a team's going to do well, they're going to need to be accurate in this space. Good defence, though, from Columba. 4 touches before the halfway line. It's always a marker. As a defensive team, Amorangi, if you can get 4 touches on that side, you're doing well. If you're an attacking team, you get over halfway on the third, you're doing well. So
yeah, that's it. And Columba does well to turn the ball over. Engari, ka mea mai te kaibabao kia whakahokia te pauro ki te kapa o Columba.
See her again, Murphy. Could have went either way, that one. I thought that was a really good touch. Unfortunately, Murphy was off balance. Sold that one well to the referee because there was a penalty for a hard touch. Murphy again now. Off her left, comes back towards the slide. Referee called the first defender offside. Good touch by the inside defender. See that in the replay here. Good defence. Back live now. We're into that right-hand corner. We nearly had our first touch, Zion. It's Murphy again. Referees just conferring with one another. Seeing if that player was offside. It looks like she was. I'd love to see this in the replay. See what happened. He piro tuatahi, motukemu tuatahi. You see Murphy around the back door, just gets on the outside of the number 1 who referee called offside. And like always, the greatest advantage needs to go to the non-offending team. First touchdown, 1-0 for Columba. I'm sure all the nerves are out now for these 2 girls' teams. Amorangi, we're 5 minutes in.
See here that Columba are hard on D. But as you can see, Matua, both sides are really just getting up, making the call. And as you can see, like previously, Murphy for Columba, she is really taking charge in that midfield area.
Great pass down the shorthand side. Excellent passing by Columba. Very skillful team. See it again, just going horizontally, getting back to the centre of the field. Sinclair and Kara. Sinclair now dumping the ball. Kara right behind her. Comes out to this left-hand side. Great defence. New Plymouth Girls High. Excellent start. What a game that we have for our first of our live stream ones here on Whakaata Māori. I tell you, whānau, you can't quite see the hills behind this field, but it is the primoest day of 2024. Down here last week for the Māori Nationals, and what an event that was, and it was raining the whole entire weekend, but today there is nothing but sunshine. It's New Plymouth now over halfway. That was their strike dump. Oh, did you do some of those tricks, did you, Amaranga, when you were playing, throwing the ball away to give your team?
Oh, probably. Give my team a bit of, space to have, to be able to breathe. But, it's just part of the game. You just have to get on with it.
So what are those tricks in netball? What are those little ones to get by a bit of time? That's what I've always wanted to ask. When they shoot it in the hoop, you always see the goalkeeper and the shooter having a battle over who gets the ball to throw it back to halfway. What's that all about?
I guess it just controls the momentum of the game. If we're the team that wants the ball back, we want to get that ball straight away. But, I guess it's just one of those things to try to get under their skin and all that kind of stuff,
We see here on the replay, Davis nearly got through and set up Adams, Bella Adams.
Oh, fast touch there by Columba College.
Penalty, it looks, may have been off the mark. Didn't quite see the signal there for that penalty. Yeah, just unfortunately, forward pass off the ruck. See referee McCracken straight into it. We see Murphy again, being the hot hand in the team. The rest of the team might ask her to pass it, I think. She's had the ball all the time. Murphy and Brown.
And you can see Murphy just being the mastermind behind the set plays here.
Maybe missed an opportunity there. Brown probably got on the outside of the cornering defender. Potentially could have got into a foot race with her and got on that outside. Decided to step back. Good defence, New Plymouth. Let's see what they take out of this. Oh, nice little play. Bit of ad-lib. The first part broke down. Murphy was there. As we see her with the ball, setting things up. Brown, looks like a fake back play just to create those numbers. Good defence from New Plymouth. Struggling to see their numbers, unfortunately. That reared up against the blue. Were you the top try scorer in your team all the time?
No, I was not. But hey, I managed to keep the waters full. And beautiful try there by Asha Murphy. As we said earlier, she is the mastermind behind the middies in this team for Columba. Te rawe hoki o tērā piro mo tāna kapa.
Fantastic work there by Asha, but it was the lead-up work done by her and Brown in the middle that created that space. Defender couldn't quite get out there. Excellent dive, put it out with the right hand. Now, I'm part of a few committees and self-appointed part of these committees, and I've actually created these committees too. One is the slam dunk committee where players go over and slam dunk the ball. I hate that. So whenever I see a nice put down like that, you always get an extra 5 chocolates from me after the game.
Just place the ball down gracefully.
New Plymouth now. Evans, we see her just passing the ball off to Elliott. Elliott out to the winger. Nice work there, finishing in the right part. Livy, the number 12. Just watch this Amorangi in terms of this orange zone. Just watch this Columba team. They're always going forward. Their timing's really good onto the pass. The players are coming off in the bottom hand of the screen. New players coming on. Now that they're on, they'll be ready for this set phase. It's normally the 4th touch about now. They'll be setting up. Scooping into space. Oh, unfortunately, Sinclair just cut back. There's probably space. Good defence though, New Plymouth. Straight into her work, Ruby Evans. Excellent start there from Ruby Evans, getting New Plymouth girls high onto the front foot. Nice extra pass, just a little bit horizontal. Good pick up there by referee, not clear.
Ai, ka hurihia te pauro ki te kapa o Columba, o New Plymouth Girls High School.
2-0, Columba up against New Plymouth Girls High. Strong touch made. Equal to it though was the number 10, Pip Eason. Off to Brown. Brown gets on the outside, looks to pass back in. Oh, just the bubble. I think it was Murphy again.
Ai, ka taka ia ki te papa, ka hurihia anō te pauro ki te kapa o New Plymouth Girls High School. Marata anō te pauro.
Simpson now, strong drive again. Doing a lot better in this second part of the first half. New Plymouth Girls through this orange zone. Excellent, another step there off the left-hand foot. Looks to join up with Kalani. Oh, what a time to get a penalty right on the back of that set. I think that was the 6th touch.
Ai, ka mea mai te kaiwawa mo te tūhapa, te offside. So New Plymouth Girls High School get another set.
Kalani there again, the number 7, looking to step back. Oh, really enterprising attack. It's awesome to see in this first game, the standard of our girls teams. Defensively though, Columba again, really, really strong. New Plymouth throwing some nice attack at them, but Columba being able to resist that attack. And just off screen, they'll be back into their...
And as you can see in that little snippet, Matua, you could see that they were doing a rush defence. So that put a bit of pressure on New Plymouth Girls High School, which then created an opportunity for them to have another set.
Right down the attacking end straight away. Cashmore round the back, gets it back, throws a short ball, but a great touch from the winger. I thought they were in again. That was well set up there from Cashmore. We just see it here again. I think it's 32 platform. Passes it, wraps around. Haven't seen the old wrap for a little while. Off to the end, and the winger from New Plymouth Girls comes in and makes a great touch.
Mid-ear too.
Mid-ear, yeah. Oh, slicing through the middle. New Plymouth Girls High, this is their best opportunity off the end of their yards. Oh, unfortunately, just a forward pass between Evans and I think it was Bailey Knoll.
Oh, he hapa ki te kapa o Columba. Engari, ma New Plymouth Girls High School te pauro. Te tere hoki o tā rātou tākoro I te pauro. Kei roto rātou I tā rātou rima mita, ki tā rātou haurua o te whira. Unfortunately, just a little bit short there, New Plymouth Girls High School, but they get an opportunity at the 5 metre mark.
Yep, Evans been impressed with the number 11 from New Plymouth in terms of her enterprise. Working with Ella James at the moment, the number 9. Now we see Henwood just getting on the right side of her links. Goes out to that shorthand side again. Oh, nice dive. Nearly gets in. Good touch there from Kara, the number 7 for Columba. That's probably their best attacking raid so far. Excellent work there between Henwood. Now Columba, though, we've seen that hopper in their last set. Not often do they make mistakes in the orange zone. They did. However, they got a fresh 6 here. Just winding down the clock. Ooh, very flat pass, we call that, until the referee awards it, and then we say forward. Obviously, it was.
Maka whakamua tērā, a forward pass has been called by the umpire, the referee, I should say.
A hooter will be sounding in the background any moment for this, our first game on the live stream. New Plymouth Girls versus Columba. 2-0 so far. Columba over New Plymouth Girls High. Excellent start by both teams. Columba just a little bit more accurate down the attacking end.
New Plymouth Girls High School are getting within their 5 metre mark, but it's just the execution. And as you see there, Matua, they have a good try leading into the second half.
A thing of beauty is what we've seen there. You'll see this in the replay. Just simply out to this right-hand side, coming on the inside off the 32 dump. Beautiful dive, stretch out, and there you see it, 2-1, Columba over New Plymouth Girls High. That ends our first half. We'll see you back in just a moment.
Bunnings has the lowest prices for Christmas entertaining.
Lightworks party lights $65.98. Cherry barbecue pallets just $34.98.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stocked item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Kia ora team, George here from Touch NZ. Now we all enjoy a bit of touch, but without a proper warm-up, the chances of being injured are massively increased. So to keep you on the field and out of the emergency room, Touch NZ have made a short and easy warm-up series for all levels, proven to lower the chance of injury by close to 50%. So head on over to our site and check them out. Play safe, play smart.
Get ready to entertain this Christmas for less.
Jumbuck portable barbecue only $2.59. Marquee sling chair just $35.90.
Where you find a competitor's lower price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 15%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Nau mai hoki mai ki ngā whakataetai mō ngā kura Rotorua mō te pāwhutu pauro. Ko Amorangi Malisala tēnei, kei tōku nei taha, ko Maia, tēnā koe e te masua.
Kia ora, what a first half we had.
Ai, te rawe hoki o tēnei, o te wahanga tuatahi o tēnei kēmu. Awesome first half between Columba College and New Plymouth Girls High School.
2-1, Columba up against New Plymouth High. I was just the fortunate thing where they position us with the commentary, we're always in behind the sub box of one of the teams. So I was listening into Coach Turnbull, and she really sent a challenge out to her team. They're up 2-1, but I don't think she was too impressed, I guess, with some of the effort that was out there. She basically said to them, if you're out there, you're working hard, and if you're out there and you're too tired, you need to be off. That's not okay. So just the standards, and that's why for the longest time Columba have done so well when you've got a coach that has those expectations, and she knows what she can get out of these girls, as we've seen. But impressed with New Plymouth too. They really come back in the back end of that first half, scoring that last touchdown, as we see here, just out to a 32 platform, gets the inside ball, and we see this nice dive in for the touchdown. So New Plymouth wrestling a bit of that momentum back late in that first half. Exciting game. Day one, game one. If this is what we've got to sink our teeth into today, I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, and as you said there, New Plymouth Girls High School did really well to secure their first try leading into the second half. So, the second half is all hands on deck. Both sides will really want to try stamp their mark at the end of this game.
Columba here, tapping us off for the second half of this, our first game. 2-1. Be interesting to see New Plymouth, if they're really buoyed by that end touchdown, how they come out. I know after that ruck-up from Coach Turnbull, it wasn't a ruck-up, but they're from very direct instructions from Coach Turnbull. I'm sure Columba, they know what they need to do. You see them here straight away. Cutter drives in. Davis off. And there we see it, Amorangi. When Coach Turnbull says jump, the girl said how high.
Yeah, that's it. And, they really took on the instructions from their coach. And as you can see, only a few seconds into the second half, and they were able to secure their first try for this half. So, yeah, really awesome to see that these players are putting things into action.
Really direct platform they had there, right down the middle. Great touchdown, 3-1. Now, New Plymouth with the ball, wanting to hit back. Henwood working with James. Evans, unfortunately, in the roll ball, was a good setup. I like the looks of...
Engari ko te ahua nei he hapa tērā, engari ka haere tonu te kēmu. And as you can see here, Columba High School are hitting that right side of the field, looking to spread the ball out to get more length.
Like that defensive set so far from New Plymouth girls. Not often do you see Columba going backwards, and then they've made them make a mistake there. So excellent defence there from the team, and that's what I've been impressed with both of these teams. It's a real team effort. They're always doing things together, working for each other. So impressive start from both of these two teams.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate that Lila Bowering didn't have that backup. She broke the line, was looking around for assistance, but, you know, it's one of those things you just got to adjust, see what's going on, even if your player's 10 metres up the field.
I think that was a county's trick there, whacking the ball out of their hand. So well caught there from the...
Engari ka hurihia te pauro ki te kapa o Columba.
I can hear someone from county saying the ball doesn't lie, Maya, and that's why that ball got dropped there. So they're saying justice. Oh, no. Not sure what's going on. Seems like even though they dropped the ball, the Columba team were offside. However, back into it. We see here Hannah Terry, playing down the short side. Back to the middle. Said her name a few times. Simpson, real workhorse. Long ball, right to left, out to this wing. Oh, no.
Rawa, tērā maka tino roa, te kapa o New Plymouth Girls High School. Awesome long pass there to the winger who scores their second try for today's match.
I actually think that was a forward pass. And Maka Whakamoa, unfortunately, you see the sideline referee with the arm across her torso, which is to tell the on-field referee it was a forward pass. Oh, they should just let those ones go. Hey, that was awesome.
The game would only be 1 in it. He oi, ka haere tonu. Engari he hapa anō ki te kapa o Columba College. New Plymouth Girls High School get a new set.
New Plymouth have definitely come out just a gear up from where they started the first half, but definitely where they finished just a little bit too high. I like that call there from the referee, seeing the New Plymouth player unfortunately come a bit too high into that contact. Great touch by the winger, which sort of forced that error. So good work there from the winger from Columbia. And now they've got a real opportunity, starting their set 10 metres into their defensive half.
Just in this set, they were able to gain probably close to 30 metres, and they do really well to keep the ball alive. Katahi anō, ka hoki whakamuri rātou ki te rārangi 5 mita. Ki tōku nei ki te ngā he piro, engari wai mari e New Plymouth Girls High School ki te pai te waiwai o Columba Girls High School.
Brown's definitely stepped up in the second half in terms of her involvement in the attack. But again, another forward pass, unfortunately, there for Columba.
Ka mea mai te kaibawao ki te neke atu I te pauro mo tērā penalty.
Now, being the superstar you are in heaps of things, I can only imagine how many times you've been a guest speaker at a sports prize giving of some sort.
Yeah, well, I was at an event last week, and yeah, I really enjoy engaging with our youth, whether Māori, Pākehā, Heha, Tūrānei. And it's good to be able to use sports as a vehicle to really engage with our communities.
I'm sure not only sports, though, but with regards to you almost being a fully qualified lawyer, I can only imagine you've been used in many other events as well in terms of achievement awards, just being that role model that you are to all of our young people, but I guess particularly in terms of the wahine that we have, they must really look up to you up in your area.
I wouldn't say look up, but I just, like I say, our rangatahi is really important, and being able to connect and share a bit of wisdom here and there is cool.
We see the 15 Cashmore for Columbia. She's a real threat coming round on sweep. The speed she has. But New Plymouth were able to repel that attack. I thought they might have been off the mark. Yeah, it was. As referees think alike.
Right. Ma Columba College te pauru I nainei. Ka hoki whakamuri rātou ki te haere whakamua. Ka haere rātou ki te taha Māui o te whira. Engari, ka mea mai, kaore te kaiwawao e karangatia I te tahi mea no reira. Ka whiwhi piro anō a Columba College I roto I tēnei haurua.
I think that was the 8 Sinclair, and if it was, or whoever it was, it's really, really smart. The smart part about this is understanding that their player was offside, heard the referee say play through and played on. So many times we'd see players, and players, even adult players, just stop there wanting the penalty, but excellent work there from Sinclair to take that advantage and get the 4th touchdown from Columba. Good head on her shoulders. Many wouldn't have scored that. However, Kalani here coming onto the ball. Big right to left. We've seen it earlier. Is the ref going to take it away from them this time? No, she's not.
At least Lawrence does a really good, spreading the D out wide and was left with, home alone. So she was able to secure New Plymouth Girls High School second try for today.
We just see Kalani Anaha just come around here. It was actually a 3-3. Sorry, a 32. She gets it back just off her right foot. I'm sure it's illegal throwing that far in the secondary school nationals, but she did a great job. Straight back into it though. Cutter. Sweeping Sinclair. Nice little line there from Wafer. Peyton, the number 14. Good little angle she come back in there on.
Cut onto the ball. Ko te ahu nei kei te ata wānanga e nei kai tākoro. He makaroa mō te kapa o Columba. Tā rātou rawi hoki ki te whiwhi I tā rātou piro tuarima mō tēnei kimu. Engari kāo. Manu Plymouth Girls High School te pauro.
Going back to live now, I thought she had picked that one up.
Yeah.
But our referee right on the spot knew that it was ball to ground. Nearly got them back with the same move. 4-2, 6.5 to go. Excellent second half from both teams. Once again, just getting caught here at dummy half.
Good defence here by Columba College to read that there was, the carrier of the ball was a dummy half, so they get another opportunity to have a new set.
Ruby Evans here just in two minds. Just waiting for her to unleash the nos very quick.
Yeah, Bella Adams does well to inject herself onto the field straight away, stamping her mark.
See here Lahood setting things up for Bowering. She gets on the outside. She looks to get in goal. Touch was missed. Oh, so close. Great work there from Lila Bowering. We see her here, the 16, gets into the in goal. Couldn't quite link up with the winger for Columba.
And just her quick footwork getting within that try line. She does really well to do a bit of a wax city, and unfortunately wasn't able to come away with it. However, they get back on D.
Wax City, bit of you?
Oh, no. I roll my own ankles. So, it's awesome to see some of these athletes just really using that quick footwork, and that's what's really important in touch, right?
Absolutely. What did you like about the game of touch? Obviously, netball seems like it's your strongest sport, but touch, what was something you got out of being involved in touch that you didn't out of netball?
I guess the friendships that I've made, different tournaments, making sure that you're putting on your sunblock and you get to play out in the sun, get a bit of a tan, and just play some good touches. The social aspect of touch is awesome. So, I really enjoyed it.
Well, I must not have remembered the part about the sunscreen because my tan is well and truly permanent. New Plymouth, though, down this left-hand side. Come back to the middle. I like this Simpson. I really hope Simpson gets across here. The 16 for New Plymouth Girls High.
Ai he hapa ki te kapa o Columba College. Penalty there by Columba College. I think the umpire called it was offside.
Talking about Columba in terms of being past champions. Last time they won this was in 2018, but they're always at the pointy end, like I say. Oh, nice left to right-hand pass.
Yes, that was a beautiful long pass. However, unfortunately, that didn't come off. But as you can see, that both sides are really looking at using their wingers, and it's just one of those things. Just got to make sure your eyes is always on the ball.
I think one of the incredible things about this tournament, for those of you who are watching on the live stream, we've got 92 teams at a national event. That is simply incredible. And for Touch New Zealand, this will be definitely one of the highest participants amount of teams that they've had at a tournament in a really long time. That's broken up into 27 girls teams. So That's how many Waiene teams we have here at this national event in Rotorua. 22 boys teams. And my favourite grade, the mixed grade, 43 mixed teams. So that's bigger than most nationals in and of itself. So it's excellent to see that touch is really continuing to grow and thrive, and we're getting our secondary schools to be part of this event.
Yeah, and I guess looking at the World Cup that happened this year, you know, seeing that New Zealand are always going toe-to-toe with the Aussies, it's an awesome pathway for touch moving forward.
Totally, as we see our next try, New Plymouth Girls High. This will be the second of the half. Referee Gill says, play on, you're offside. We see it here in the replay. Just in the middle, Kalani again, the number 7, setting things up. She did it with a 50 metre. It felt like a long ball last time. This time, just a 1 metre pass back in. Great work there from Kalani, the number 7 from New Plymouth Girls High.
Anei ngā piro, mo tēnei kemu, whā ngā piro ki te kapa o Columba College, tōre ngā piro ki te kapa o New Plymouth Girls High School. 2 miniti e toi ana i roto i tēnei haurua. Engari, ka whiwhi piro anō te kapa o Columba College. 5 ngā piro kia rātou.
Bang, bang, we've seen it. First New Plymouth, Columba sparked into action from that again. Just another offside play. Fortunately, the number 7 couldn't quite get onside. Good reading of play again, listening to the referee. Columba strike back, 5-3. She was getting quite close there with 2 minutes to go. 4-3, just a bit more breathing room here. James, though, see her coming here on the sweep. She'll look to come back to the middle. 5th touch. Static play here on the 5th. Let's see what they can come up with, just going to the sideline.
And as you can see, Columba College are doing a good job rushing the ball. And they get an opportunity to have a new set. And as you can see here, this player, number 10 for Columba Girls High School, Pip Easton, doing a power of work up the midfield.
Sinclair, she's done this a lot in the first half, just coming around off the back in the combination with Davis. It's 8-9 combination. You normally hear that in rugby. We have one of those here in the touch. And just as we're winding up in this first half, talk to you about all the incredible sponsors that partner with Touch New Zealand to provide this experience for us all, not only the participants here in Rotorua, but also watching from home. Just a big reminder that the Bunnings Coach of the Tournament social competition is currently live on Touch New Zealand's socials right now. All you have to do is comment on the post with why your coach is the best, and they could score an epic Touch New Zealand gift pack, including $500 Bunnings gift card. Now, nominations for that close at 12 p.m. tomorrow, so make sure you get your nominations in there for your coach who thoroughly deserves that.
Ana, ko tai tātou ki te wahanga mutinga o tēnei kēmu. E 5 ngā piro ki te kapa o Columba College. Toru ana ki ngā piro ki te kapa o New Plymouth Girls High School. Te tata hoki o tēnei kēmu suatahi mo tēnei rā. He mihi nui tēnei kia koutou, kua hono mai ki tēnei pāpāhotanga a Whakaata Māori. Kaua e haere tawhiti, e nui ngā kēmu e haere ake ana i te rānei. Nō reira, nohora mai.